I've got few offcuts, few pine boards, and I do need a garden stool or a step stool or just a general purpose stool that you can use in your house, in your workshop or in the garden. Today, super simple design, nothing too fancy here, easy joinery with pocket holes and wood glue. It's just about utility and, you know, being able to make it really quick. So first of all, let's cut out the three main pieces, the top and the legs, the sides themselves. To do that, I'm just going to be using my miter saw. For the stool to look a little bit more interesting, we're going to add some angles here to the legs and to the top as well. Now, the angle we're going for is 15 degrees. That's why I've changed the bevel on my miter saw to 15 degrees. First of all, we're going to sort out the top of our stool. Therefore, I'm cutting the 15-degree bevel on the edge of the board. The total length of the top is around 41 centimeters. With the mark done, we just need to flip the board over and make another cut. Now it's time for the two legs. Same procedure, same angle, 15 degrees, and they both need to be 32 centimeters long. This time I'm gonna flip the board upside down like this and measure the 32 centimeters from the edge. We've made the mark on the other side, so from this position we're just flipping the board like so, and we are making that cut this way round as well. So that's what we need to get. We've got one angle going this way and the other angle is going the same way, okay? Whereas with the top itself, both angles go opposite ways, okay? So they're not going the same way, they're going opposite ways. And as we already got the angle just over here, I'm going to mark the 32 centimeters and I can cut it to the right length. Now with my table saw, I'm just going to rip down the boards to the correct width. In my case, that's 15 centimeters. Now it's time to sort out the inner supports that will be holding the legs and the whole thing together nice and sturdy. Now I'm changing the bevel back to 0 degrees, however the miter, I'm changing the miter to 15 degrees now. And then the top part of this board needs to be 378 millimeters long. Now I forgot to mention that these parts, the support parts underneath the top of our stool, they are 9 centimeters wide and all the pieces are 2 centimeters thick. Now with all of them cut out, it's time to start joining and putting the stool together. Now the method of joining really depends on you, and you can use anything you've got available in your workshop. You can just screw all the pieces together and obviously add a bit of wood glue. You can also recess the screw and on the top just hide it with a plug that you can create from the same species or a different type of wood to make a very interesting contrast. You can also use dominoes, you can use dowels, and what I'm going to be using is pocket holes with a bit of glue as well to make sure everything's nice and stable. Now for me it will be a bit of an experiment as I want to see how strong this will actually be on a stool like this where, you know, I do weigh a lot, so it will be interesting to see how the design of this particular stool and the join method here with pocket holes will work. So let's pre-drill all the holes and put this bad boy together. So now I'm just going to use my Trent pocket hole jig to pre-drill all the holes, and after that just a bit of sanding. I'm going to go right up to grip 120. You don't really need any higher than that for this particular project. It's just a lot easier to sand all the pieces down at this stage. Now it's time to put everything together. Now, apart from the screws for the pocket holes, I'm going to be using wood glue. In my case, it's going to be Tide Bond free, as it's waterproof and it's good for exterior. And mainly I'm going to be using this in my garden. It's the next day, everything's glued together, no issues at all. Everything seems to be alright, but check this out. I think I'm actually gonna add one more thing to this, okay? So, normals too, like this. However, we do have a nice compartment over here. So, if we could put some sort of handles here, you can use it as a tray to, well, carry your stuff outside to the garden, or actually pick up some vegetables or anything like that. That could be quite good. So I think I'm going to use my Forstner bit to create some holes, then with a jigsaw to connect both of them, and we would have some sort of a nice type of a handle. Well, let's try it out. The Forstner bit I'm using is 30mm. And now with my jigsaw, I'm just gonna connect both of the holes. With that sorted, you can clean it up with a rasp. Now what's left is a bit of hand sanding, okay? Just touching up those places like the handles that we just did, just rounding off the corners, breaking the edges, and we're gonna be ready for the final stage, which is, well, sealing this piece up. And I'm going to be using matte clear varnish to do that, 2 coats with denibbing in between. And there you have it, guys. 2 coats later, the stool is finally completed. And the handles are absolutely great. This will be such a fantastic addition to my garden. But hey, it doesn't need to go to the garden. As I said, it could be a step stool for your house, for your workshop, or anywhere else you actually could find a use for a stool. However, let's have a look how strong it is and if it will be able, this design, to take my weight. Well, as I thought, no issues at all. No squeaky noises or anything like that. So yeah, no problems at all. However, that's me just sitting. How about my whole weight, which is, shame to admit, 110 kilograms. So let's have a look. If this simple stool can take that much weight. No issues at all, no squeaky noises. So as you can see, fairly simple design. We only use pocket holes and wood glue to put everything together, and there's no issues with the strength of this particular project. And as you can see, sometimes even the quick and the simplest solutions do give a really good results and plenty of strength for your projects. And as I said, you can carry stuff in it just like a nice and stable tray as well. So definitely nice and simple project, guys, easy to make and strong. Hopefully it will last many years to come. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop me that like button down below. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing as well. However, don't go just yet. I've got some really cool playlists with different types of projects. around the workshop, DIY woodworking and everything in between. So check those out and maybe you'll find your next video there to watch. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. Take care.